Roman general and politician, great general, dictator, consul, censor, and pontiff. All of these titles were held by Gaius Julius Caesar, who lived in the 1st century BC and played a decisive role in the creation of the Roman Empire. Wars were commonplace in ancient Rome. Capturing new lands and establishing dominance over other nations always attracted rulers and elevated them in their own eyes. Battles in those ancient times were not fair. Not only the enemy with weapons in their hands were killed, but also weak and unarmed captives. There were reasons for that. Only the commander whose army exterminated more than 5,000 enemy soldiers on the battlefield could enter Rome in triumph. Commanders stopped at nothing, and to achieve the result without question killed soldiers who had surrendered and were waiting for mercy. An example of brutality for military commanders was the commander Julius Caesar. In 55, Caesar started a war with the settlers. It began with the fact that 2 Germanic tribes, Usipetes and Tenctera, settled in Gaul. The proud commander did not like the fact that the tribesmen did not treat him with proper subservience. He took 2 chiefs prisoner and ordered his army to defeat the refugee camp. The war was merciless. The Germans could offer no proper resistance. The casualties on their side were numbered in huge numbers. The attack was sudden and overwhelming. The tribesmen did not even have time to think what to do, to flee or to defend themselves. Men tried to take up arms and save their loved ones, while women and children ran in different directions. And then, the irreparable happened. Caesar was not satisfied with the dead soldiers. He sent cavalry units at the fleeing women and children. They were crushed and trampled by horses' hooves. The few who were able to run to the Rhine, swim across it, and make it to shore soon died of hunger and cold. Caesar was so proud of the victory that in his memoirs he far exceeded the number of dead. According to his figures, 430,000 men died. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that he destroyed 2 peoples with particular cruelty. Not only armed men, but also women and children died at his hands. The commander himself boasted that the massacre occurred without a single loss on the part of the Roman army, wrote Swiss historian of antiquity Kurt A. Raaflaub in the book Caesar and Genocide. By the way, the exact figure no one knows. Caesar's crime and genocide of 2 peoples struck even ordinary Romans. Political opponents of the commander urged the Senate to create a special commission to investigate the tragic events. The great-grandson of the military tribune and censor Marcus Cato, the younger, put forward a demand to deprive Caesar of power, his arrest, and imprisonment. He also tried to urge citizens throughout Rome to offer prayers for the repose of the murdered civilians. But the Senate did not find it necessary to start a trial over the great political figure and did not heed the requests of Cato. Caesar's supporters, despite the cruelty shown by their idol, were delighted with a quick and rapid massacre of the tribes. The terrible crime, accomplished in the middle of the 1st century BC, went unpunished. Gaius Julius Caesar only strengthened his position and continued to fight his enemies with the same brutality.